Do you remember the 1993 movie Groundhog Day? The basic storyline is about a man who is trapped in some peculiar way to repeat one day of his life over and over again. Have the last few months caused you to feel the same way? You do nearly all your work from home without much variation. Activities outside your home are somewhat restricted. Now with the smoke, everything almost looks the same. Perhaps your frustration comes from the changing of the rules about what we can and cannot do. In fact, it seems that no one really knows if there are rules at all. Some Calvin and Hobbes fans may remember the game Calvin and Hobbes played called Calvin Ball. In this game, there were no set rules except that on each turn, each person got to make a new rule. It may even feel like we are all playing a game in which no one has read or knows the rules. For every situation, everyone has a different idea about what should be done. The players then become angry, accuse one another of cheating, start calling each other names, and ultimately quit. However, we cannot seem to quit this game. What can we do, or to whom can we turn? Because change seems to be the only constant in this physical realm, we must look beyond the physical to the spiritual. God, through the prophet Malachi, in Malachi chapter 3, verse 6, tells us, "I, the Lord, do not change." James chapter 1 verse 17 says, "Every good thing given and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation of shifting shadow." God is the unchangeable one. Neither do his words or rules change. The prophet Isaiah says in Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 8, "The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God stands forever." The psalmist reminds us in Psalm 119, verse 89, "Forever, O Lord, your word is settled in the heavens." God, then, is the foundation upon which we can stand, knowing he will not change. From his unchanging word, we can find truth and guidance. Our response should be that of the wise man of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." There may be many voices around us, but only his will give us the stability we need. However, with all that is happening around us, how can we deal with so much coming at us all at once? Perhaps that answer comes from a long past event. In 480 BC, the vastly outnumbered army of Sparta, under the leadership of King Leonidas, held off the mighty Persian troops of Xerxes by fighting them in a narrow mountain pass where only one or two Persians could pass at a time. Had Leonidas gone against the Persians on an open plain, they would have been soundly defeated, even though they might have fought like lions. Only by facing the Persians one at a time did Sparta prevail. Maybe that is what we should do with our troubles. All too often, we face a week's or month's worth of troubles and worries on an open playing field. Is it any wonder we feel overwhelmed? What if we were to follow the teaching of Jesus in Matthew chapter 6, verse 34? "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will care for itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." If we were to simply take on the troubles of today one at a time, could we handle it? I believe we could. Why borrow trouble from tomorrow or from yesterday? Facing your troubles one at a time is what Jesus would suggest. Consider these words from two songs. From the hymn, "Hold to God's Unchanging Hand," we are told, "Time is filled with swift transition. Naught of earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand." From the song One Day at a Time, we are encouraged to pray, "One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I'm supposed to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time." May God help and bless you as you trust and follow Him, facing one day and one problem at a time in finding strength and victory in the lessons of life. God bless.